It's the diagnosis no one wants to hear: cancer. According to the National Cancer Institute, about 1.5 million new cases of cancer were diagnosed last year alone. In the U.S., cancer accounts for 1 of every 4 deaths. But it's not all bad news. The survival rate for cancer patients is on the rise, due in part to a new subspecialty of oncology. It's called integrative oncology.
Integrative oncology is a new subspecialty of medical oncology which treats cancer. It incorporates natural therapies, Eastern Western medicine. It includes naturopathy, homeopathy, diet, mind-body control, all of those things. In other words, treating the whole patient.
Dr. James Forsythe is an oncologist in Reno, Nevada. He has been a pioneer in combining conventional, alternative, and complementary medicine. His clinical and laboratory results show that cancer patients who do integrate therapies have a greater likelihood of surviving, with less toxic outcomes.
Our results are based on survivorship studies, which means outcome-based studies. We're looking at the end result of our treatment protocols. We are getting 75% survivorship on over 350 patients at the end of 2 years, compared to the conventional literature, which boasts of only 2.1% survivorship of 5 years of chemotherapy.
At his practice, Century Wellness Clinic, Dr. Forsythe uses fractionated low-dose chemotherapy with insulin-potentiated therapy, along with non-toxic natural and homeopathic remedies. Also in his armamentarium, he includes vitamins, minerals, herbal, and immune-stimulating treatments.
Our practice is unique because we use chemosensitivity testing, which means we test your blood to find out exactly what drugs and what supplements and what hormones are going to work best. And once found, then we develop a low-dose insulin-potentiated therapy, which means only 10% dosage for your treatment, which means almost no toxicity.
For more than a quarter century, thousands of patients from across the globe have experienced health-enhancing therapies at Century Wellness Clinic.
I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in April of 2011. My prognosis was generally good. However, the treatment that was recommended was quite radical, and I was concerned about the side effects. So when I had heard about Dr. Forsythe and his treatment and how non-toxic it was very favorable to me. And since I've come here for treatment, I've had very few of the side effects. My PSA numbers have been good. I've maintained a level of activity that's been quite normal, and I feel like I'm not sick.
A real example of how well our integrative oncology does is a 69-year-old white male retired banker from Paris, France, who came to see me riddled with prostate cancer, stage 4, throughout his spine and pelvis, with a very high PSA of 738. Within 4 weeks, his PSA had dropped to 60, or greater than 90%, and he was free of pain.
Dr. Forsythe believes strongly that nutrition, supplements, and exercise are 3 of the most vital weapons in the battle against cancer.
In integrative oncology, diet is extremely important. We know from research that simple sugars are bad. Cancers thrive on simple sugars and carbohydrates. We avoid those. We like the green powders, which alkalinize the body. Wheatgrass, rye, barley, and algae are extremely important. Beans, Brussels sprouts, broccoli, carrots, cabbage, and cauliflower, very important to the cancer patients. We emphasize proper diet and proper nutrition. We know that patients who exercise moderately do very well because they secrete excess endorphins, which make them feel better. They have a more positive attitude, and we often combine that with things like yoga or mind-body activity and things like meditation.
Century Wellness Clinic is considered by many physicians to be North America's premier facility offering integrative oncology practices. In fact, Dr. Burton Goldberg, considered by many to be the voice of alternative medicine, calls Dr. Forsythe the best integrative oncologist in the United States.
Century Wellness Clinic is unique among integrative medical practices in that we combine the best of East-West medicine, the best of complementary and conventional medicine, and we track our patients. We actually do studies which convince our conventional colleagues that we are in fact evidence-based medicine.
I had an anaplastic astrocytoma, which is a very dangerous malignant brain tumor, which with a median life expectancy from diagnosis of like 17 months, and I'm fine, and it's been 3 years. And I would say I'm cured now, thanks to Dr. Forsyth and the great staff he has here.
In this new age of medicine, some physicians consider your freedom in making healthcare choices essential, especially for those diagnosed with cancer. Integrative medical treatments that are conquering cancer may give the body an opportunity to restore itself back to optimal health. To learn more about Dr. Forsyth and his Century Wellness Clinic, or to make an appointment, call today or visit drforsyth.com.